Hi everyone, and welcome back to Red Sand Rising. I am your GM, Charlie. With me, as always, players.
I'm Elias, and I'm playing as Giovanni Bellarosa, one of the most beautiful dwarfs you've ever seen, probably.
Definitely.
Most likely.
Hello, I am Faye, and I play Sappho, a poem-obsessed bard.
My name is Peter, and I'm playing Tippler's Bane, also known as Tips.
And I'm Sylvia. I'm playing Jiji, our chaotic goblin alchemist wizard.
And our group is now in a very interesting situation after last we left off. They encountered the creature that was creating the noise or the voice calling to animate the bones in front of them. A still small goblin ghoul creature, but one that seems a bit more magical than the others. Swiftly taking care of that one, though, the group figured out that the bones in front of them are indeed Nualia's bones. And looking around a little bit more, they noticed that the cave lingers on longer than they would have expected, and made the decision to go bring the bones back to Father Xantus before going right back in to check where this place is leading to. Which ended up in a surprise, that when they saw that there was a hole in a wall leading them to a completely constructed and built place, unlike the cave, the natural cave or naturally dug cave before them. They encountered a hallway and some doors around them, and as they walked in and looking around, just a small thing glimpsed to Giovanni's eyes as they noticed there is age to this place. This place is old. This place is Earthfall old. Party, what are you doing? You're surrounded by doors, hallways. This whole place is lit, so you don't even need the light spell anymore.
I remember last session I did give Giovanni a potion, or an elixir I should say, that helps him see traps, so he went in ahead and leads the party.
That is true. The Eagle Eye elixir.
I think so. Yeah, Eagle Eye elixir.
Yes, thanks to the delicious potion, I've been able to identify the ancient nature of these halls. Now, where Tipp, you're not in front of me. It makes me a bit uneasy. You wanna come over here?
As you say that, you can see Tipp already is kind of peeking into the door that's next to him. So I guess I just go ahead and open it properly, just kind of like peek in and
absolutely.
Have a look around and say, there's some papers here. And I just walk in.
You find in front of you a wooden desk, and there's a tipped over chair lying on the ground, and there's just a thick layer of dust on the desk, and several scrolls and ledgers are on it. And there's a large map in display on the wall on the other side of the door. While the colors are faded, it's still mostly legible, and there's another door. Well, one that you came through, and one in the other side. You came through the northern door, there's another one to the south. At the same time, I'm gonna say, Giovanni, as you were looking around and noticing the walls and noticing everything around you, you notice one more thing before Tippler is telling you that they're moving to someplace else. A little north of you, more towards the hallway, you can see just the edge of a door. And even from where you are at the moment, you clock a trap set on that door. So you can keep that in mind for when you choose to go there.
Alright, so after gleaming that, I will follow the others and make my way next to Gigi, and it's like, not only is that elixir delicious, but guess what I've noticed in the corner over there?
What?
Oh, a little trap waiting for over-eager adventurers such as us.
So there's still live traps around here. Okay. Well, I guess I should be careful.
I mean, yeah, given that the goblins apparently triggered the first one but didn't get in, I assume everything in here might still be trapped.
You said there were paper?
Yeah,
What kind of paper is there?
I don't know. There's some writing. Can I have a look at it and see if I can identify anything of any that makes sense to me?
Absolutely. You take a look at some of the scrolls and some of the things around you. Most of them seem to be faded or unrelated to anything that's comprehensible. But what you do notice is the thing that attracts you the most is the map on the other side. You can give me a society roll.
Can I assist him
to understand anything about them? Yes. Also, does any of you speak Thessalonian?
Yes,
I
I
believe
do.
Sappho does.
Yes,
I look at the papers and I just sort of throw my hands up in like I have no idea and just sort of make space for everyone else. And I'm not going to roll society because I'm just going to say, well, I have no clue. It's like this is definitely not Tipp's specialty, and he knows, and so he just makes space for the people who do know, and he knows his party well, so he's just sort of gestures to Sappho is like, all yours.
And I'll help Sappho in the role.
Absolutely. Then you can give me an open aid, and Sappho, you can give me a blind society roll. That's a critical success for Jiji for helping, for aiding, which means you will get a +2 for your blind roll. Sappho and Jiji, you're both examining this map. This is a lot of information to register at the same time. The map on the wall shows the region surrounding the area where you are before Earthfall. That you can also already clock with what Giovanni said as well, that this whole place has been preserved perfectly since Earthfall. What you do notice the most is, with the help of Sappho's knowledge of Thessalonian, all of the labels on the map are in Thessalonian. This current coastline is marked roughly on the map as an area called the Rasp, and the location where Sandpoint is labeled as HF Compound, which is a short for Hellstorm Flume Compound. And just before all of this, you can look a little bit more around, and you see an area clearly labeled as the Pit, a little further away from Sandpoint. Something that is marked on the map with some circles, as if to be noted.
Can I recall knowledge about anything I might have heard about this pit?
Yeah, you can give me a society roll as well, please.
Alright, society or Sandpoint lore?
Both of them could actually work. Actually, society would work a little better, but Sandpoint lore is also an option. Because it's not exactly in Sandpoint, it's in the area, in the region. Nothing rings a bell. This is not something you know exists. This is not a place that none of you is aware of to actually... you don't know of a place called the Pit in your area. This is not common knowledge. Or
if it's Sandpoint lore, I would
knowledge.
actually roll as well, because Tippler's Bane is quite familiar with the area.
I would have, as if like...
Yeah, you can give me a roll as well.
Because Sappho learned Thessalonian especially because wanting to read specific poems. Have I ever read in any poem about this, like any kind of weird reference about it?
Interesting. You can give me your poetry lore for that. You're all putting your brains together of the pit, this place, Earthfall, whatever else you can gather. On the map, it seems to have some handwritten notes by a person referring to themselves as Jasker. As if they are the ones who marked things on this map. But these writings are the old ones. It's nothing new. It's nothing from the... Like, no one has been here lately marking anything on it. You think about what you know together, and you look about what this map has to offer. This is not something you are familiar with. None of you, this is not something that you would ask someone, hey, where's the pit? And they would know where to tell you. This is not something that people know about. But as you think about all the things together, you're bringing up some names and maybe regions that used to be here and populations that used to be here. And Sappho, you bring up a recollection of a poem from a long time ago that you don't even know when it's from. Speaking of a being called Kartsoig, a connection between this rune lord, a person that used to be in high control. You're familiar with rune lords to be people who are extremely powerful in the past and then disappeared altogether, just to reappear at some point as well. Kartsoig was one of those rune lord, and there's a connection in one of the poems you can think of rune lord, the one who controls the pit. This is your deepest connection. It is not something you can think about as extremely knowledgeable, but it talks about spies and whispers of sizable cohorts stationed in the place, led by some people who are maybe no longer there, but their name back then was Mistress of the Raid. It's very jumbled together, but you can definitely connect it to whatever this is existed in the past. It might not even exist now, or it might not be revealed now. Just as like this place collapsed in Earthfall, who knows what happened to the pit on Earthfall?
We should take this with us, and I have a little bit of an in with the rune scholars, maybe, because I remember there was a specific poem that I read that had, maybe, because it did indeed reference a pit, but I don't know if it's this, but maybe if we take it with us, we can have some people that have studied this far more than us have a look at it.
Yeah. Is the map in a state where we can take it off the wall and roll it up or something? Or is it really fragile? So because the paper is probably really old.
You believe you can take it off the wall with enough gentleness. You don't think it's going to be torn in a moment. It's old, but it's still manageable.
Okay. Well, Sappho, then, I guess.
Sappho will just most gently pull it off and gently roll it up and put it away. The rest of any kind of scrolls, just nice little poems she has, and tuck it away carefully. But is this the only thing that we see in terms of paperwork in this room, or is anything else so brittle and broken?
It seems like everything else you see here is either uncoherent or incoherent, or too brittle to be used for anything. This place, the only big thing you find is the map.
Giovanni, get over here. Can you have a look at this door and see if it's trapped? And I point at the door right in front of me.
Oh, thank you. I'm not made for this scholarly part of the archaeological expedition. More use for tasks like this. Alright, so Wait, where even
Where did you go?
In the room.
You
step to your
moved
left.
out of the
Where
room.
did I go?
Yeah.
Alright, so can I notice anything on the door? Is it locked, trapped? Any keyhole?
You're already searching, correct? When you were doing your activities.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can give me, as you're doing an active roll, you can give me a roll here and include the potion from Jiji.
While they're checking that, I just want to peek around the corner to see the hallway there, just to be aware of what is in that corner, and then rejoin the others in the room.
You see a door at the end of the corner. Giovanni, you look for traps and you don't find any traps on the door.
Right.
How many hallways and doors?
What's that?
I said there's so many hallways and doors here.
True.
Which way do we go?
I point at the door and say, "Well, is it safe?"
Maybe.
And
Yeah,
I
you
open it.
can use this door. It's no problem.
You open the door to a storage room, or a storeroom, filled with small scrolls and knickknacks. A lot of them are also looking quite beaten and ruined. But it does seem like this room used to be storing everything that was possible before.
Is there anything that looks remotely interesting in here?
You can give me a perception roll, please.
And I assume that's hidden. Yes, there you go.
Yes, please. Every information. You're looking at the storage room. There are some things around it that you believe might be valuable. You find a key, like a large key, next to a small key. Both of them seem to be usable. And one of the scrolls is still old and fragile, but intact enough that might be relevant.
I take the 2 keys and I point at the scroll and look at Sappho. More for you to read.
Even more? Oh.
And I make space and move towards the hallway again to catch up with Jiji there.
Dig down and just... What else can I read?
You can see a scroll that's in Thessalonian as well, that you might be able to go over, but that will take you a few minutes to actually go over and realize what's written on it.
I mean, if the rest of my party...
Maybe take it together with the map and see if the hallways are safe first.
I would
before
also
reading
take
deeper.
the 2 keys that I find in this beautiful box.
No, I took those.
Oh, I thought Tipp took them. And then
No.
Sappho takes the scroll, right? Okay.
I mean, I'm very used to, because of darkness, we all know Sappho is not good as the rest of her group. Yes,
I thought it was light in here.
what I'm pulling at
It is fully lit.
I'm very used to just putting one hand on Jiji and just trusting that she leads me the right way. So I would like to just put one hand on Jiji again and just, reading while walking, but being just wouldn't get anything that happens right now surrounding her, because trying to see what she can read from the scroll, and just trusting Jiji to lead the way and make her aware if there are any beams that she would need to duck, and so on.
Want to check the one that Giovanni said is trapped and maybe try and disarm it?
Well, I'm not good with that, so you might want to go ahead.
Wait, who is good with that?
I can use my mage hand. Or telekinetic
No, that
hand.
sounds like the safest approach. I wouldn't want to get a finger chopped off in there. Or even worse,
Exactly.
my beard.
There's a door that Giovanni noticed that it's trapped for when it's being opened.
I want to cast the cantrip telekinetic hand then.
Yeah.
And
You can always also try to identify exactly how to disable
yeah, I
it
would
as well.
try that first, but in case I fail, I would still do it from a distance in case I like accidentally set off the trap by trying to disarm it.
Awesome. Then you can give me either Perception or Arcana. Blind, please.
All right.
You look at this trap. You understand two things about it very quickly. A, like everything else here, it's extremely old but still functioning. B, you understand that you will either need to use your mage hand to try to deface one of these small... There's like runes etched on the door and the walls next to it. And you're pretty sure you can either deface one of the small runes on the walls, or on the other hand, you notice on this door some religious marking. Though you don't identify them immediately, you do understand that overwhelming the trap with prayers to a good deity is able to disable the trap. Effectively, either a thievery roll or religion roll, while critical failure in either of them will activate the trap.
So, is any one of us?
I'm not particularly religious, but maybe someone else?
Not necessarily. Anyone knows how to open doors well? Or think they can do this? Like, you know? Do you want to take a jab at it?
I don't think I can use my crafting skills for this.
Well, I mean, in that case, I think Tips would move ahead and think, well, some of the nature spirits that I know might be able to help here. GM, would you just let me make this unspecific, or does it actually have to be a specific deity?
The trap itself calls for a good deity.
Okay.
So it does not say specifically a deity.
So if I say the benevolent spirits of the forest, this would count?
I would allow it. I mean, in Pathfinder, atheism is also a way of life. Yeah. Even though there are gods, I would count that as something. It's still a religion. Check that.
Quick check-in though. You said it was one of two options. The other option was trying to erase the runes, right?
Yes, with thievery specifically.
Ah, also thievery. I thought that was,
you're trying to untrigger the
I
trap.
thought that the thievery was the third option.
I'm the best at thievery, and it's not necessarily.
It's not that great.
My best skill.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm good at crafting the things. I'm not good at uncrafting, apparently.
No, my religion is fine, so I'll go ahead with a roll then.
Okay.
You notice that your prayers are not being matched by the door. However, this is not so unmatched that this is triggering itself, because it only triggers on a critical failure, not on a failure.
And it seems like the spirits don't really care about the door.
Well, then let me try the mage hand. I can do it from a distance, so even if I fail, worst case it triggers.
Okay.
But we should
I move away.
I would also say that at this point, Tippler and Giovanni, who were there at the moment, and also Jiji, can give me a perception roll blind. No problem.
No problem? Okay.
No problem.
No problem. Okay.
No problem.
Sure. I mean,
No problem has occurred.
No problem.
There has been no problem.
Carry on anyway.
That doesn't sound good. No problem. Okay. I can't roll Arcana for that, right? It's just a thievery. Hidden thievery.
You've got this, Gigi. Otherwise, I will lament it with the power of beauty. It will compel it to open for us, surely.
I mean, I can also try if your hand doesn't work.
It is safer from a distance, but you feel like you're not able to scratch exactly where it needs
it's
to be.
It's safer from a distance.
Needs precision in the making. Once again, a failure, not a critical failure. So as long as it's not a critical failure, nothing activates.
Let's just try. What's the worst that can happen? Yes.
Sappho, before Sappho tries, as you're the only one who reads Thessalonian,
you're getting hurt. Sappho.
Around this door, you see carved into the walls it barely looks like a language, but you speak Thessalonian. You can see it. There is a prayer to a god or deity named Abraxas, which you can give me a religion roll about, or your bardic lore.
Take that bardic lore.
You don't have a lot of information about Abraxas, however, you have heard this name before, as in your journeys before becoming who you are at the moment, you have already dealt with someone looking for a different deity and ending up finding a shrine to Abraxas, a being that is on their own a bit more fiendish in nature. It is a little surprising to find something like it over here. However, this is not the first time you've encountered with shrines to Abraxas being just somewhere where you would be expecting something else. You do know that Abraxas is not a good-natured deity, though we are in the remaster with no longer alignment. You are aware of the fact that they are no longer they are known to be a lesser good deity. They are Abraxas, Lord of Forbidden Lore. They are a demon lord.
They're demon lord, but they're not. So they're. Because I might have misunderstood. They're not a good. Like, this prayer would lead probably to a bad thing. Like, this seems to be a trap, as in somebody thinking, oh, I found the hidden clue, but I would probably trigger the trap through it if I would say this prayer.
I would say for that, you would try to figure out sense motive, essentially, of why is this written here, so you can give me perception blind for sense motive. You are uncertain. This is either a trap to lure someone to say the prayer, or this is a code, or this is just maybe the room next to it is a religious room and it's here to honor Abraxas. You are uncertain.
I let the rest of the party know that maybe in the next room, maybe there's some shenanigans in there, or somebody's trying to fool us at the outside, so don't read anything out loud that you see written on walls.
You're the only one that can read it anyway.
That is indeed true. That is true, Gigi. Okay, I will try, I've learned a couple of things, just from watching it from the side, so I will Sappho will try to use her very dexterous fingers to disarm this trap. I'm terrified.
Absolutely.
Please tell me I have a critical fail. It would be so funny.
I'm not gonna say unfortunately no, but no, it is as the rest of them. You're unable to find it's like you scratched a room, but you're thinking maybe that's not the right one because it seems like the trap has not been deactivated.
Sappho, maybe step back and I just open it and we see what happens from a distance.
If you want to open it, I will gladly step back, and walks all the way back behind Giovanni. It's just like, nope, I don't even need to see what happens there. I just...
Wait, I shall compel the door to just let us through in the name of beauty. Behold. Giovanni steps forth and will use a hero point to try it twice with advantage. If I can do that to
in the name of
tell
beauty.
the door to stop being trapped and let us through in the name of beauty. Alright.
A prayer to beauty.
Prayer of beauty. I just hope this succeeds because of it. It sounds so funny. amazing. Each of you, in their own way, tries to open the door. By moving some runes, by etching the runes, by calling the forest spirits, with no luck. And this stout dwarf with fancy beard walks towards the door. How do you compel the trap that your beauty is so divine and good that the trap should be disabled?
Well, Giovanni starts like channeling his elemental aura and starts like growing beautiful rose bushes around the door, and like the roses kind of seductively grow and intertwine with the door's hinges, and kind of just caress the door's trap to just stop functioning, because everything is good now and it doesn't.
Did you
have to
just
fight
seduce a door?
Fantastic.
I imagine he did.
It seems like he did.
The door's actually open.
Yep.
But I am the bard.
All right.
You know.
Yeah.
No, the door is not open.
Okay, but we can see that the trap is disabled.
Yes. You know the trap is disabled.
Well, Giovanni, I always trusted in your abilities, but you still amaze me every day. It's beautiful. What else can I say? I walk ahead and
now the question is one of the
I
keys
open the
right
door.
for this
If
one?
I try to open the door.
Opening the door, as none of you heard the movement and the breathing on the other side, Tipp, you open the door to a large, goat-like being holding a flaming sword that was completely waiting for the other side to open. Please, everyone.
Oh no.
This is
Roll
fine.
initiative.
Hello there.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, shit. Is the actual reaction.
Great.
And
That is true.
Initiative rolls
Yeah.
are open, right?
you have to know where you
Yes.
go.
Yes, they are.
Last, as always. But my initiative rolls have been quite
Don't worry,
bad.
Tipp has got your back.
Perfect. We don't need to jump into what would have happened had you rolled higher, as none of you did, as our creatures don't want to start waiting for someone to open the door on the other side, whoever they might be. You see them taking a deep breath, breathing in, breathing out. I'm gonna need both Tippler and Giovanni to make a fortitude save, as it's breathing smoke all around it, and it's completely covered.
21.
Oh my god. Giovanni just watching over Tip's shoulder as this door opens to this huge creature breathing down upon us. It's like, just like, oh shit, here we go again.
We'll get to what it does in a minute, because it's gonna be important.
No,
yes.
it was so close to 20 and then it went into the 2.
21 succeeds. 14 is a fail, but you are gonna get your hero point right back for showing the trap who's boss or who's pretty,
Amazing.
as it was worthy of one. Everything around you is filled with smoke. Everything around you is concealed as long as you are inside the smoke.
So we are considered concealed as well?
No. No, you are not. Giovanni, you are also sickened 1 as you failed the roll. Tipp, you succeeded, so you do not get any additional effect. As their third action, they are going to swing their sword onto Tippler. That is going to be a nat 20 on the die.
For a critical hit. Hooray.
For a critical hit. Ouch, indeed. That's going to be 36 points of damage, split to slashing, fire, and spirits damage.
Well, that's half my health gone.
That would be their turn. Sappho.
Well, this isn't great. I will start by playing a musical accompaniment. I can definitely talk. This is just a spell, a cantrip that allows me to get a +1 status bonus to performance checks in case I need them. And then I will...
Do notice also that Tipp and Giovanni are concealed to you guys as well. They are inside the smoke.
Quick question here, because I'm still holding the light. Does that change anything about that?
No, because it's not darkness concealment. It's concealment from so much smoke around you that even
just
seeing the
checking.
light does not make you less concealed.
Sappho will also just... Because my friends do not need to see me. They just need to hear the poems that I speak to them to feel very courageous.
Beautiful.
So I start speaking in rhymes once again. And everyone can get their courageous anthem back up to get a +1 to attack rolls, damage rolls, and save against fear effects.
Very nice.
And that is my turn.
Nice. After Sappho is going to be Giovanni.
Alright. Spirits went down a bit when this huge creature opened the door. Not like we opened the door to see this huge creature, but after a courageous anthem, Giovanni's will.
Before anything, though, I
burning.
would like you to give me another fortitude save as you are starting your turn in the smoke.
Oh no. Okay, I mean, it can't get worse than it already is.
I mean, you stay second one.
With his first action, Giovanni sitting in this like cloud of smoke is trying to like channel his own elemental force, and the aura appears around Giovanni with the water droplets and flowers growing and twisting upon each other. Let me see, where is the thing? Channel elements here. Now, as part of that action, Giovanni also like channels some of the force in the aura and shoots a blast of cutting water at this creature.
Absolutely.
And then I guess I first have to do a flat check because he is concealed to me, meaning DC 5 flat check.
Yes.
I do a 1 action ranged water elemental blast for 1d8 bludgeoning damage. Oh, that's a 3 and a 5, so no matter which one is the flat check, I wouldn't hit anyways. But yeah, that was the first action. Then with my 2 next actions, I will, let me see, so I also need to pass flat checks probably to heal Tipp in this case, since Tipp is next to me but concealed in this like huge cloud of smoke.
Exactly.
Alright, so first Giovanni will focus some of the water in his aura to try and like stop the burning and close up some of the wound that Tipp has just suffered from this huge burning sword.
Thank you.
I believe it says touch a willing living creature.
Yes.
I mean, he knows where I am, so he could just reach out and touch me?
So essentially, yes, but also if it's like in different cases, it would be it would be a bit more problematic. Since essentially now he knows he's nice next to you, I'm gonna say yes. We're gonna go with that. But like future instances, let's say Tipp has their turn before that, Giovanni would not know if Tipp is still there.
Okay, makes sense.
So I'll check to
Alright.
see, in like it's like time dependent, I think. But yes.
With That Tipp is healed by 9 hit points.
Very nice.
Although
I'll
we
take
just
it.
did take like 34 damage, so
36.
not
I took.
36.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll take it. He's not gonna crit again.
It's a bit of a help at least. And one last action remaining. Giovanni will just also resort to more conventional methods of healing and like quickly throw like a pressure bandage around the wound so it stops bleeding as profusely with the battle medicine. Going for a DC 20 battle medicine. All right. And I will heal Tipp for another 20 hit points.
Very nice.
Sounds good.
Almost back to full health.
And that's Giovanni's turn.
Okay. Following Giovanni is Jiji.
All right. First up, Dancing Shield. It says a willing creature, not a creature that I can see. Could I cast that on Tipp or Giovanni?
If it says just a... What does it say? Does it say it has a target? Like, as it is the...
Targets one touched shield and one willing creature.
I would say that it needs to be seen, because it's usually targeting creature.
I thought so as well, yes. Yeah, because it says as target, so I assume targeting always means seen.
Yeah, when it says a target, it always means scenes in one
Okay.
way or another.
Then that just confirms my suspicion. Then I'd love to do a recall knowledge, which I maybe can do based on what I saw before the smoke came
I'll
on
allow
the
it.
creature. If it has like any resistances to fire or other elemental types.
You can give me a religion roll, please.
No Arcana, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. What is your question again?
Resistances, specifically fire, but also elemental resistances.
So I'm gonna say here resistances. I'm gonna answer it in a different way, if you will allow me.
Sure.
It is immune to fire.
Okay. Then I don't have to cast a fire spell. Okay. Immune to fire. Great. Then what I wanted to do is not applicable anymore. Give me a second.
You have lightning stuff as well, right?
I do.
But I believe they're also seen.
Yes, they're all targets. I'm looking for something that I will caustic blast it, basically behind the creature so I don't hit Tipp. Because that is an AoE and I just hope to hit the creature where it was standing.
Do you need to target a point? Because you can't see inside of it anyway.
It's a 5-foot burst. So like one tile behind the creature so
Sure,
it only
let's
hits
go
the
with
creature
that.
itself.
I'll say yes. You know.
So basically just
general-
lobbing the caustic blast through the door
Yeah.
to not hit my allies.
That is a fail.
Oh, great. Then it takes acid damage.
Taken.
And that is my turn.
Nice. Tipp, that will be you.
Okay, so I cannot see this thing,
No.
but can I hear it?
I'll say yes, you can mark it.
Then I hunt my prey, as I designate him now. And I imagine that even if I do a one action to attack twice, both of those need flat checks, right?
Yes.
So I'll try anyway for a twin takedown and just sort of aim in the general direction where I saw him just a moment ago. I have to say that smoke needs to be extra thick if I cannot see him with that flaming sword in hand.
Yes, essentially that is what you're inside.
Okay.
Like for description matter, it is so thick you can barely breathe. That is why it's so hard. Which reminds me that in the beginning of your turn you need to give me a fortitude save inside the smoke.
Oh, true.
But yes, it is so thick and black that you can't see through it even with the sword.
So for the fortitude save, I have a 16.
A 16 is a fail. That will be a second one from the smoke that you are inhaling. Though we know that Tipp doesn't really care about second condition.
No, he does not. I feel like I will come to regret that soon, but anyway, then, I still continue with my twin takedown, meaning the hammer goes first. That'll be a 6.
6 succeeds the flat check. 22 hits.
To hit, it hits. Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then here comes the damage, which will be 11 points of bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning damage. Oh, it's your hammer. Okay.
Yeah, my hammer.
Damage. And that's your first attack.
That's my first of the 2 that I do in one action, exactly. As I now feel more confident in my hit because I noticed that, like, okay, I struck something that's regular soft tissue. So I try to follow it up immediately with the fork. Flat check incoming. Here it is. It's a 5. Okay. I passed the flat check, and I assume the 29 on my attack also hits because the 22 hit before. And so go for damage. And that would be 6 points of slashing damage.
As you hit it with your main gouge, I would like you to please give me a reflex save.
Okay, interesting.
I'll explain in a moment.
I figure this is triggered by the damage type, but yeah, that's a 20 for the reflex save.
You see and clock it right in time as your main gouge, your fork essentially, slashes into the body. Flames come out, and you manage to move out of the way just in time as you realize hitting it in some ways will make it burst flames on you.
That's horrifying.
You do get half of the damage. Sorry, it was a success, not a critical success. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So even if I succeed, then
half damage.
I take half damage. All right. Okay.
It's a basic reflex. Essentially, critical is no damage. Critical fail, double damage.
Makes sense.
Oh, hold on. Actually, Ocean's Balm.
Ooh.
You have the effect on it right now, which increases your fire resistance by 3, I believe.
Ooh,
right
nice.
now.
Okay, so I only take 2 damage then?
Yes.
In that case, I'm still at 51 HP. That's good.
That is
okay.
Nice use of it.
Yeah, perfect.
You still have action.
Yes, I still have 1 action left. Because I'm actually quite respectful of how hard he struck me before, I will not continue to attack or anything else, but try and defend myself with the twin parry. And as I have the parry trait on my fork, I should get +2, but I only... I get +2, but because I'm second 1,
yes.
My AC is at 22 now instead of 20. Okay.
True.
Very good. Then that's my turn.
Following Tipp would be our being. A little more descriptive is a kind of half a goat head but humanoid body but still goat legs, holding a flaming sword with horns going all the way back. Their feet are on flame as well. They do seem a little combination of the demonic and the beastie. You don't see what happens, but you definitely feel a burst of fire as they cast a spell. You do get your manipulate response as they cast a spell next to you.
Okay. So hold on. They cast a spell next to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, then let's do it in because I also have my Leshy Superstition, but that's also a reaction, so I wouldn't want to use that. No, I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna use my reactive strike.
Go for it.
Okay. So using my hammer because it's my main weapon, and also it didn't make him burst into flame. And flat check would be a 13 and then a 24 to hit with the hammer.
That would hit. You can roll damage.
Very good. And that's 11 points of damage. Bludgeoning this time again.
Bludgeoning does not activate the thing. However, I'm going to ask everyone to give me a reflex save as they cast Fireball in the center between all of you.
Excuse me? Since when can other
Okay,
people cast Fireball? I don't like this.
You don't get Fireball.
Barely even people, just to
Yeah.
say. Yeah, make sure you have all of your bonuses and whatever you need. I do believe everyone has a hero point.
Reflex, yeah?
Yes.
I directly used a
I
hero
feel like
point
I
because
can-
I didn't trust myself. And that's good. I got a nat
That's
20.
fantastic.
I critically succeed.
I also feel like using a hero point on this roll is worth it.
You can let me know when you're done using your
It's
hero
not bad
points
for that.
and see with that.
No, I rolled a 6 and a 4. It's not gonna get better.
I did not use mine.
Sappho critically succeeds, you take no damage. Tippler, you succeed, you take half damage. Jiji, you fail the roll, you take full damage. And Giovanni, you also fail, but do not critically fail, you also take full damage.
So I want to say it makes total sense for Sappho to, because she was at the edge of the corner and probably just duck behind the corner to like not get fit by the
Oh,
fire. I
absolutely.
think it makes absolute sense.
So if I apply a half damage now, does it also reduce by the 3 from the ocean thingy?
Yes.
Because then I only actually take 8 damage. Then I only actually take 8 damage in total.
Okay, perfect.
So
Which is good, because their third action is going to be to attack Tippler.
come at me, bro.
Oh, they do. With their sword once again. That's a natural 1 on the die.
For a critical miss.
Missing. That's a natural 1 on the die, so critical miss in the most humiliating way. It's like they cast the spell, and it's like they just they thought Tippler was taller. They just didn't look at you properly, and they just fully fumble it up. That would be their turn. That's fantastic. You missed that. They missed that attack. It's huge. Sappho.
So, think about what just happened here. I mean, I will keep. I think it's still the best thing to keep my courageous anthem to give everyone better chances of hitting. So I cast that again. Then I will also be. Oh, this is just AC, and I don't think it will get to me yet. So I can't yet see what it is, right?
True, but I will, as Jiji did, let you roll recall knowledge and hindsight for the moment you
then
saw
I
it.
would like to recall knowledge on it. Is it, if it is something undead, I would get a, I think, +1 to it because I have my book on undead.
So I will adjust it to your rolls. It's going to be religion roll.
I will, because I am a bard who's always allowed to use bardic lore, because I'm so bad at religion. So bad. Didn't check class.
What is your question about this?
Is this connected to Abraxas?
Ooh, interesting question.
Because of what I read beforehand, and just of like, and I know, okay, it's a feed, and this looked potentially like also like just spoke through fire at us and all. And like, if this is connected, and if we might encounter even more of Abraxas's foes or friends, who knows?
Interesting question. So, you believe it is. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about what you see. You are positive this is a fiend connected to Abraxas, Whether it's here to guard something or on their behalf or whatever, you're uncertain, but you're positive they have a connection. Meaning, you can make the connection of if there's already things for Abraxas here, it's probably not the only one.
I will then try, because again, I don't need to see it. It just needs to be able to hear me. To bon mot it. And, distract it a little bit. In case anyone wants to make a will save at it, or, Yes, that was a 16.
A 16 is going to be a fail.
So, if they fail...
It's a fail for a bon mot, yeah.
But it's not a critical fail. That's okay. Then nothing happens. No. It's fine. We're done here. Yes.
Alles gut.
Southern German. And the turn has ended.
Next would be Giovanni. In the beginning of your turn, please give me a fortitude save as you're still in the smoke.
Alright, this can't be good for you long term.
That is a success.
Does that mean I'm no longer second? It probably doesn't. So
the funny thing is, the way it's described, and let me know what you think about it. A creature that enters or begin its turn within the smoke must succeed a fortitude save or become second 1 or second 2 on a critical failure. But it says you need to do that on every time, so it would tell me that, if you're managing to hold yourself for a turn, you would not be second for that turn, because it doesn't say it lasts until...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Doesn't second itself give you a save each turn?
No, you can basically take an action to try and counteract it.
Yeah. I think until you do that, you might stay a second.
You
Not
might,
sure.
but the way I would understand is if you succeed in the fumes, it doesn't get any worse.
I feel like you just give us a ruling on how you think it should work and we'll roll with it. I have no idea how it's actually supposed to work.
I would say that on turns you succeed, you are not sickened. When you're failing or critical failing, you are, since it doesn't mention when it should go away or in what conditions.
Alright. So Giovanni kind of manages to shield his nose from the stench with some of the flowers from his aura and promptly uses that opportunity to step out of the cloud. And basically Giovanni just takes a small little shuffle to the side while some roots grow out of the ground and make his step take him 5 feet
Yep, that's enough.
to Jiji, using a doctor's visitation on Jiji to immediately treat wounds on her as well. So I will target Jiji with a DC 15 battle medicine and hope to not roll too horribly. Alright, it's gonna heal Jiji for 7. And then
That
Giovanni...
does help.
Come again?
That does help. Thanks.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone for the DC 20, but... yeah, okay, I'm not sickened anymore, so I could have risked it. But either way, it looks like Jiji is still in need of a bit more aid, so...
I'll be fine. It already helped a good bit.
Alright, in that case, Giovanni will just take advantage of the roots that have grown out of the ground already where he used to stand and basically focus on that spot where he just stood and conjure up a rose bush that seems to kind of be protecting everything around it. That's the turn.
Alright. Following Giovanni would be Jiji.
Alright, what I should have done already last turn, since I realized my drain bonded item is a free action. I will, from my earlier fight, basically drain my bonded item to cast Revealing Light again.
Nice.
Targeting the creature, hopefully revealing it.
I would say it's not darkness that is concealing it, it's smoke.
It doesn't matter. If the creature is concealed by any other reason, it is no longer concealed. It says in the spell, any reason, so...
It seems so. it's weird because it's not supposed to. But I'm
It's
not gonna
magical
fight.
light.
I'm not gonna fight with the rules.
The text seems very clear. It's like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
if it was invisible, it becomes concealed instead, and any other reasons is no longer
I
concealed.
understand because even through smoke, if something is sparkling as hell, you see it. You don't see it super well necessarily with all detail, but you see it.
It's like a
Yeah, that's why I'm
guiding
saying
star.
I'm not gonna fight with the rules. It's just surprising to me that it's working.
You just
yeah, they
oh,
failed.
man. Oh, yes.
Okay, I'll remember that I used my Drain Bonded item for my second rank spells. I still have the first rank. Meaning I will cast the Revealing Light somewhere in the room where I can see it.
I'm gonna put it on them, I think, because they're gonna be under the dazzled condition, right? Because
Then
they
I would
failed.
hit Tipp again, so that's why I'm putting it further. And they failed? So it's 1 minute,
Yeah,
right?
they failed, so it's for 1 minute.
Amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Second
Tipp,
time the
however,
spell
is-
comes in clutch.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Tipp is still concealed, for example, but this creature is not.
Okay.
Good enough.
With that, I will use my remaining last action to cast Hand of the Apprentice, since I now see it,
Mhm.
or can target it.
Yep.
Which would be a spell attack. As a 24 hit.
That hits.
Amazing. And it also has to roll on the poison that is on my dagger.
Start with damage and a fortitude save. That is a success. So
Okay, that is fine.
doing fine, yes. Damn, good spell from Gigi. Foiling all of my plans. Alright, anything else from Gigi?
No, that is my turn now.
Tippler.
In
now you.
response to the sparkling light, it's like, ooh, shiny. And I
I still need
You now
to
see your
give me
target.
A roll of fortitude at the beginning.
fortitude. Let's go. I spit in his face as I
You can
succeed.
remove the second for this turn.
That's nat 20. I say, in that case, I first spit in his face, the smoke, say, shiny. And I try to demoralize him by basically the way that Tipp demoralizes or intimidates is not really using words, because I do also have intimidating prowess, so I don't even care about language. I just sort of huff my own spores at him, which it's more a show rather than actual like poison or anything, right? Like, but it's like, because for someone who doesn't know mushrooms, it might feel like, oh shit, this might actually hurt me, so it might actually demoralize them. So, well, in that case, then I would have rolled a 14.
A
Should
14 would be a fail.
Okay, so he doesn't believe my spores.
He doesn't believe my sport.
He doesn't believe my spores. I don't like. It's more, as I said, it's more a show, and Tipp doesn't take it too bad, and he is a bit more respectful of the flames that he got when he attacked with the fork. So he's just gonna attack with the hammer. I attack with my hammer. Just because I can now see it. I don't need to do a flat check, and with the 29 I hit. So I roll for damage, and that'll be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
They take the damage unhappily.
And as my final action, I will again raise my fork and hammer in defense for the twin parry. which, given that I'm now not sickened, raises my AC to 23.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Oh yeah, Charlie, really quick. I wanted to make the rose bush thingy, just to indicate where it is.
This whole place is gonna have rose bushes, just the things that you
That's
made,
the plan.
just slowly becoming.
Yep. We're not only fighting villains, we're also fighting climate change.
Perfect. That's what I want for my party. On their turn, they're going to cast another spell, which gives Tips the option of...
Oh yeah, I'll hit him again.
Doing something, yes.
Since the spell last time didn't really impress him too much, and the hit was actually quite good, he's just gonna hammer away again at him. For a natural 1, unfortunately, so that's a crit miss.
Well, the good news is they are not doing a damage spell. The bad news is they teleport next to Sappho.
No?
With their smoke around them. The smoke is from them. So they're still not concealed because of Gigi's spell.
Wait, the smoke
but
follows
now
them?
both Gigi and Sappho would need to give me a
Oh no.
fortitude save, as you're both now in the fumes. That will be a failure for Gigi with sickened 1, and same for Sappho, sickened 1 for both. As their third action, I'm sorry, I didn't show what I cast. It was translocate. To get there. Oh, true, I needed a flat check. They did a flat check. They succeeded their flat check in casting the spell. Because they are dazzled, they cast translocate and teleport to the only point they can still see and stand. And as their third action, they are going to hit Sappho.
Do they really need to?
Need to? Probably not. Want to? That's a different question. That is, unfortunately, a critical hit with a success on the flat check. Sappho.
Yeah, I'm down. I am on the ground, not moving.
With a swift movement of the sword,
no.
Sappho is brought down momently, which moves Sappho to be all the way before the creature in initiative, to give you all a chance to pick Sappho up. But let's say it correctly, things are quite dire. That's their turn. Giovanni?
Alright. Oh, why it's gotta be so tight in here? I don't even know if I can pick Sappho up if there's no way to...
I'd love to step out of the way,
to-
but I'm not sure if
You
you
can delay for Gigi to step out of the way.
I'm thinking I will have to do that.
Yeah, you can delay for Gigi to move and then...
Yep, I will do that.
That permanently delays
Right.
your turn, right?
Yes, that means Gigi is now up and she is immediately after the creature, not Giovanni.
Okay. I mean, I know Giovanni will try to heal Sappho. How much actions would it take for me to give Sappho an elixir or something?
1 to pull it out, 1 to give it out.
But it would be manipulate, right? So it could strike me if it has something against that.
Yes, I don't think you have seen anyone moving out of their area or doing a manipulate action, so you do not know.
Since I'm quite low myself, I'm not gonna risk it, and I know Giovanni can heal. So I'd love to use the step action, basically, to take
Yep,
a
absolutely.
step back. Can I step diagonally?
Yep.
But starting my turn, I have to do the fortitude save again, right?
Yes, that is true. Thank you for reminding me.
Ew.
That would be a critical failure, bringing
Can I...
Gigi to
What would
second.
that do? Does
continue.
it stack? Like second 3?
It no, just 2.
Okay.
It brings it to second 2, but nothing more than that.
So I have a -2 on everything, right?
Yes.
I think I'll take that for now. What does Second affect? It's all attacks, right?
ACs and DCs. It's like your AC, the DCs that you have, the attack rolls.
Yeah, the
Let's
attack
see.
rolls was what I was asking, so it's also spell attacks.
All your checks and DCs, so yes.
Can I see the creature from where I stand to cast a spell?
Yes, it's now no longer concealed because of your spell, so yes. Gigi has line of sight.
Then I will try to attack it with a face bolt cantrip. Does a 20 hit it?
A 20 would not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Then I think that's my turn anyway.
Following Gigi would be Giovanni. The way is clear for you. Sappho is on the ground right next to it.
And Giovanni will step in with a doctor's visitation to get Sappho up. Let's see. Let's make a DC 20 treat wounds roll.
Absolutely.
Alright, perfect. So Sappho gets healed for 24 and is back in the realm of consciousness.
Yes. If I remember correctly, though, battle medicine is a manipulate.
That is true.
You all see it does not respond.
Oh my god, don't scare me like that.
Of course I'll scare you like that.
Perfect.
Jesus Christ, I was already ready for it. I'm dying too.
And then Giovanni would just like to grab Sappho's body lying there on the ground and just kind of drag Sappho back away from the
nothing.
creature.
She probably just like a wet towel.
So effectively, are you trying to reposition her or?
Basically, just drag her with me one step back. I'm also okay if that takes 2 actions, or if I have to see some check to do it.
Carrying another creature takes 1 action from you to hold and 1 action from them to hold, but you can do that, yes.
Alright, then I will drag Sappho back 1 step and kind of gesture to Tipp to basically sneak past all of us and be the front line for us.
As long as Tipp doesn't
Trusty tank.
end their turn in your position, they can go all the way, yes.
I can't be put into the rosebush, I'm assuming, because the rosebush actually takes up space.
You can go there. I don't know if I can get Sappho there all the way there, but
It's just taking 1 of your actions, so you can move your movement, but 1 of your action is gone for holding Sappho. And 1 of Sappho's action is gone for holding or being held by Giovanni.
okay, so can I just basically turn around there and put Sappho into the rosebush?
Also, yes.
Alright, perfect. Then that's what I'll end my turn with.
Beautiful. And Sappho is all the way over here, away from the creature.
Away from the smoke. Beautiful
turn from Giovanni.
I see it already. Tipp steps down to the creature and the creature just teleports back up again.
Tipp, that will be you.
Very angry that he left me all by myself. He's just I'm not done with you. I think he's still my hunted prey, very much so.
Yes.
With a big huff of even more spores, he rushes back into the smoke. But considering the creature is not actually concealed, he knows exactly where he's going. And as he arrives, he just puffs out even more spores at him, and tries to demoralize him once more.
No problem. Before you start, please a fortitude save.
True, because I entered.
Yes. Per round, essentially.
That would be 29. I now fully got used to the smoke. I know what I'm doing as I'm blowing away the smoke as well as the spores onto him. Nice. And I try and demoralize him once again. So that would be a little better than before. So a 19.
A 19 would still be a fail, unfortunately.
Okay, so he really doesn't care about my spores, I guess. Fine. Never mind.
Puny creature spores are burning in the smoke.
I say I don't say anything, but I will go for a twin parry. No, sorry, not twin parry. I will take do a twin takedown, and I'm not gonna care about the fact that he might burn me, because I also have the fire resistance and I feel confident in that, so it's gonna be fine. So one swing with the hammer for a natural one.
Ooh, dice, that was mean. It rolled on the 19 and then it went down.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, and another with the fork for.
You don't have any hero points left?
There
28.
you go.
I don't have what?
Hero
Sorry?
points left.
Hero points.
True, I do have a hero point.
I'll allow it if you want a hero point to roll.
If you allow me to hero point the Warhammer strike, then I will. Then wait, let's quickly finish the fork hit, because that actually is a hit. Because then I can roll damage for that, and that would be 7 points of slashing damage. Before I take the fire damage, however, I will redo the hammer for then a 26.
That's
a hit. Very good. Thanks for the reminder. And for damage, I will give him another 7 points of bludgeoning. Now he can do his thing about being forked.
That's going to be a reflex save for how much fork you get. They start looking quite bad. So their huffing is terrible. This is going to be a fail, so full damage of this, but you do get the. That's going to be 5 fire damage, though you do still have your water helpfulness.
So that's only 2, and I'm still at 41, and I'm like, yeah, totally worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Great job.
And that's my turn, exactly.
Taking a deep breath inside of a bush of roses is Sappho.
Yeah, I mean, it took one of my actions because I was being held so gently, so warmly by my kind friend.
Yes.
And I don't yet feel like getting up. It's very comfortable in this bush, to be quite honest. I will make sure, because of just how everything is going, that it feels better to change my anthem from being courageous to being rallying, so that we get some extra to RAC and to saving throws, as well as resistance equal to half the spell strength to physical damage, which is a none because it's a cantrip. Or cantrip's 2, so maybe it's 1. I don't know how cantrips do this.
It's still 1. It will change with time.
So, then...
So we exchanged the courageous anthem with the rallying anthem?
And then Sappho will try to, it's really nice that there's a rose bush, because then not everyone sees it as she just tries to retch and get rid of the sickened, because she woke up feeling sick. It's not a great way to,
For your second condition.
Yes, because
you do not start your turn in the fumes, so you would not be sickened anymore.
Oh, so...
As we said, it's per turn.
Okay. Then I'm not sick anymore. Amazing. Then I will try...
Same would be for Jiji. Once she is next turn, she does not have it.
Then I will indeed try to, say some bad words that distract potentially our wonderful friend. Oh god, this is... Nope, Sappho's not having a good day. It's just, lying in a rosebush is not very motivating to distract somebody who just, with one spell swoop just downed her. So it's not really doing anything. And so Sappho just buries herself a little bit deeper into the rose bush, maybe out of shame, and that. Yeah. It's the end of my turn.
Don't push yourself, Sappho.
Don't bush yourself.
Can we give you a hero point?
Sorry, I'm leaving.
No. I want to give you a hero point.
Don't give me hero points. I'll use them. That's a bad idea.
No hero points for GM.
Following Sappho would be their turn, which means they are going to hail on Tipp, that are right next to them. Firstly, they pick up their flaming sword. They still need to roll for Dazzle. That will be a regular hit with the flat check succeeding.
Because he just meets my AC.
Oh yeah, just in the edge. Following that, they're going to lift their leg and try to kick you with their hoof.
So first I take the 15 damage.
Second is a 1 on the flat check and a critical miss on the roll. The hoof is just not a good use of their skills. They're going to try to use...
I feel like if he tries to kick me and it's a critical miss, he should trip himself, but that's just me.
Well, had he tried to trip you, it would have happened, but unfortunately they just missed you badly.
Yeah. Silly boy.
Silly boy. And thirdly, they're going to try to use the sword again. Because of Rallying Anthem, they miss by 1.
I feel
wasting.
I feel very encouraged by the poem. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I know how to dodge this. It's like,
yes, you do.
And I jump out the way.
Beautiful. That will be their turn. 2 misses and a hit. Jiji does not start her turn in the smoke, so she is not sickened.
Amazing. How bad are they hurt?
They are near death hurt.
Alright. Since I've missed a few times, I will actually just use all 3 of my actions to cast a Force Barrage.
Yeah?
Since I now see them, I can target them. That was the problem earlier.
Absolutely.
That should be 3 missiles.
That's the first one.
Of force damage each.
First one is 4 damage, the second one is 2 damage, and the third is 3 damage, leaving our creature extremely bad looking.
Oh man, it's still standing, despite my 3 actions.
It's still standing, but it looks terribly bad looking. That would be Gigi's turn.
Yep, I tried and I didn't get it down yet. Go get it, Giovanni!
You got it so well. Giovanni, that would be you.
Alright, I'll just delay until after Tipp. I see Tipp is like ready to just smash into this creature, and I'll just like
yeah, absolutely.
give him a moment.
Okay.
Tipp, that will be you then.
Then it's my turn, and
you do start in the fumes.
Yes, I will give you a fortitude save for a 19.
A 19 is a fail, so it's just second 1 for this round.
Okay. I see that he's so badly hurt that I will simply just hammer away. So for, again, a twin takedown.
Let me stop you just one moment. I'm sorry. We had 4 rounds. The smoke around them disappear. You do not get the second condition. As the time limit has reached.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. And I still go ahead with the plan of hammering him.
Go.
So
not sickened.
I'm just not sickened anymore. Exactly. Very good. So here's my strike for the hammer. That's unfortunately a 2 on the die for 12, so critical miss. But then the main gouge follows up, and that's also only a 15 on the die total, so that's a miss as well. But given that I miss with my main gouge, I also don't trigger his stupid ability. So that's a plus.
That's
Annoyed with himself, I just Tippler just starts whacking away with his hammer even more for a second attack. Given that he's my hunted prey, I only have a -3 on my multiple attack penalty. So that's a 13. Still doesn't hit. And I will go for a third one because I really want to get this done. And that's a 20 for still, unfortunately, a miss.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunate. I tried my best.
Extremely.
No.
Yeah.
That's...
But a 20 on a third attack is still
20
huge,
is
I
still
feel.
good, but it was barely missing, I feel.
Yeah,
Is your twin
I think
takedown 2 actions or 1?
1 action.
Don't you have another action then?
He attacked
Oh,
3 times.
2 Warhammers. I see.
I struck twice with the Warhammer by itself, and then once in conjunction with the fork, and that's 3 actions.
I missed the second roll of the Warhammer.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I'm sorry.
a 19, 12, 15, 13, and 20, and none of those hit because I do believe his AC is like somewhere 21 or so. But yeah, then Giovanni, I hand it over to you again.
Giovanni, that's your turn.
Alright, seeing Tipp exert himself like that, and Giovanni doesn't want to leave his comrade alone fighting these big scary creatures, and steps back in and gets ready to do a melee elemental blast by forming just a big fist made out of water and slapping the devil. Or whatever this creature is.
It's a fiend for sure.
Fiends. Alright. But unfortunately the fiend deflects Giovanni's first attempt at hitting him. But
I don't
it will
recall
not
which
stop
one of you
Giovanni
still
from going
has your
again.
hero point for this session, but you do get them back next session, so...
Well, I spent all my hero points. So it's just gonna have to be a good roll.
That
And
looks
it
like a good roll.
is a good roll.
4 total. Alright. And Giovanni will deal how much damage to it? 7 bludgeoning damage. No, 9 bludgeoning damage.
Giovanni, as you are using your water to use bludgeoning damage, you see that the damage goes a bit higher to 11, which is at the same time exactly the amount of hit points it had left. So how do you want to do this?
Extinguish its flames.
Just forming like these 2 big fists made out of water, and just like Giovanni kind of like just punching, and those big water fists doing his bidding and slapping the creature, extinguishing its fire, and just boinking it in the head repeatedly.
Whew. Man, you brought this thing down.
It almost brought us down.
Not an easy feat.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely almost brought you down. Good job, everyone. I would just like to describe a small thing you see peeking into the room it came from. As Sappho is kind of lying in the rose bush, looking directly at the room, and you can see on this center of the room, it looks like there is a small shrine that, with your knowledge of Abraxas, you can absolutely assume it is for them. But you also spot a gap in the wall that seems to be leading inward behind the shrine. And that will be where we stop our session for today. Whew.
Alright. That was a scary creature.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we getting fireballed before we even get the chance to fireball anyone else?
I want to cast Fireball.
I was truly afraid from it.
You were truly afraid? Excuse me? A single hit? And I was just like, okay. It was nice knowing
And
everyone.
it's a crit to remember.
Yes.
Critical hit. I don't know if a regular hit would have brought something down.
No, because then I could have, like, it wouldn't have mattered with the critical hit, because otherwise I could have ate some fire. So I could have reduced some of the fire damage to myself. But it would have not mattered, because it would have still brought me over my max HP. No, it's
Sorry.
good.
But you brought it down. And thank you for joining us. Thank you, listeners, for joining us. And we'll see where this group goes next time to find out the shrine, the secret tunnels, the many doors they have left to explore.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
The Last Airbender does not endorse the show.
Until next time.
Is that a new bard song you have now?
Oh, please.
Yes, I will incorporate that as a poem.
We'll find out more next time, I guess, about the tunnels. The
Yes.
secret tunnels.
All of the secret
Thanks
tunnels.
everyone for
Very
playing.
good. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Very much for
Bye-bye.
coming.
And thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Red Sun Rising is made by Of Dice and Dinner, produced under the Paizo Incorporated Community Use Policy. Red Sun Rising uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy at paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Red Sun Rising is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Original characters and content are the property of Dice and Dinner. Our podcast intro-outro theme is made by Frieda, Melando, and Shachar Bieber. Of Dice and Dinner is happy to be in touch, and our email is the best way to do so. That's ofdiceanddinnerpodcast@gmail.com.